Welcome into All Eyes on Cleveland on the Browns Film Breakdown Streaming Network. Glad that you are all here, filing into the chat. The greatest chat in all the land is the All Eyes on Cleveland chat, for sure. My name is Brad Ward. I'm your host. The man next to me is the one and only Casey Kinnamon at Case Knows Ball on X or Twitter, whatever the kids are calling it these days. What's going on, big Case dog?
Hey, man, just living in the moment, coming off a victory, kind of looking ahead, seeing what we have here. Excited to talk some ball with you tonight, man.
It's a big week. I don't think people realize how big this week is.
Huge.
It's massive. This is the week where your Browns can become relevant.
It goes deeper. Are you sellers or are you buyers? You know, a lot gets determined this Sunday.
A ton. This Sunday is massive. But before we get to that, like we always do, because we don't really get a chance to talk, on the air until this point. So, yeah, Heather, you're right. When you buy, lose, I don't want to talk about it, right? Selling is not fun. I mean, I don't really want to sell off any parts. We're not there. We're not there.
No.
Yes, Drew, we will get to Mike Hall's trending status that is on the list of things to get to tonight. But give me your reactions to the Miami game, Case Dog. I want to know how you feel, what you saw, what you like, what you didn't. Tell me it all.
First off, never apologize for a win.
Never.
You won convincingly. You beat a bad team, but that's what you should do to a bad team, especially when you're at home.
Yeah.
It was the first game that I've seen complementary football, all three phases. That's a huge plus for me. The offense was opportunistic. However, the offense is still far from functional. But did we see things that we asked for? Yes. I saw Quinshawn and Sampson on the field at the same time, and it caused problems for the opposing team. I saw them move a pocket. I saw them really work a couple different concepts that we hadn't seen up to that point. And then defensively, we saw an off-speed pitch. So there are things we've been asking for that we saw. That being said, and I'll say this, and it took a bad weather game to get it, but we saw Stefanski finally just lean into the run. His hand may have been forced by the bad weather, but I hope they learned a lesson by seeing what's possible when you do that.
Yeah, I mean, so they got a lead, but and the run game efficiency is misleading.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. You take the two runs out, and it's like 23 carries for less than that amount of yards, like 20 yards or something. It's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. They were opportunistic. The defense provided a ton of short fields. The offense capitalized with the short fields. But if it's on the onus of the offense to move the ball between the 20s, there's a lot of work to do still. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, so the defense played their ass off. I mean, I think Miami not good, and Tua is better than he was this week, but he was all-time bad Tua in this one. But to your point, Schwarz was doing some different things, hopefully in preparation for this week, and we'll get into that more a little bit later because he's going to have to be different this week in a major way. But we saw them play a lot more zone in this one because they were ahead probably. And we saw some different blitz stuff, the sim pressure stuff created a turnover. They played 23 snaps of dime, 3 safety with Raysean Jenkins on the field, who I thought played a whale of a game. He was hitting. He was kind of lining up where Sam would line up playing down in the box a lot, where he's kind of comfortable and he can kind of roam around and create havoc. And he played the run well. He played the pass well. He hit some people. Delpit was hitting people. They were hitting. I mean, you could hear it. I was in the stadium for a good portion of it, but they were popping on the back end. Tyson Campbell is proving to be a nice fit. I think Jake said Newsome has played 25 snaps in Jacksonville to Campbell's 102 in Cleveland, which is kind of remarkable if you think about it, to come in and play 102 snaps in your first 2 weeks in a new team.
Yeah, and even more remarkable considering last week they played as much zone as they did. They only played 9 snaps a man, so
yeah,
which is what his cup of tea is. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's acclimated very fast. And I think it's overblown how he played the first week because I'm hearing people like, oh, they were picking on him. He was guarding DK fucking Metcalf, man. Like
he got one time.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers is going to throw it at DK. I don't care who's on him. He's got to throw it at DK. That's who they got. They didn't even have Calvin Austin. So I think the first week was overblown. I thought he played really well. He got by DK. DK's going to get people, man. He's DK Metcalf.
Yeah, absolutely. So credit to Stefanski for continuing to run the ball, even though it wasn't a success, and that's what you had to do to win. Give me 1 second. I got to shut this door.
Yeah, I just hope that, and it was a bad weather game plan, and it was a good bad weather game plan, but it should be the game plan most weeks. Like, I think that that's what you need to be a run first team because Quinshon is going to break runs. Yeah, that's who he is, man. He's proven that already.
It's just hard when you're not winning. Like, if you're not winning, I don't know if you can do that. Do you know what I mean?
He just gets out of it too easily.
I guess,
he gets knocked out of it pretty easily,
Yeah. I would like to, but it's hard when there's no, if you're having no success.
Yeah.
I understand getting out of it. So he does have to stick with it more, but they've also got to find a way to be more successful on a down-to-down basis. In this game, it was fine just to line up in jumbo and run it right at him. And if you got a yard or two, who cares? Because you were up and the defense was setting you up to score. In the red zone, you were really good. I liked the wrinkle with the wildcat with Quinshon getting an extra blocker in there. Judy did practice today, Chef. So it looks like he'll be fine. We're going to go through that here in a second.
Yeah, and I think the wildcat's important just because now teams have to prepare for that even if they don't see it. You're going to have to spend a little bit of your practice worrying about if they get down and, goal to go from the 2 or 3 that you might see that look. So even if they don't use it, and at some point I think Quinshon's going to throw a touchdown out of that.
Yeah, I'm with you, Philip. As long as you're in a neutral, semi-neutral to positive game script, right? But
if you're down 14, I get it, but when you're down 7, stay in the pocket.
Running the ball.
Stay in the pocket.
I understand. When can Judkins throw it? Could we get a jump pass at some point? We will at some point. As a wrinkle?
I do believe we'll see that at some point.
Pass. They're calling for it. I like it. It's a good wrinkle. Yeah, so we have that to take away. And then the other takeaway, the defense was great. The problem at this point is the question that people are asking, what up, OG Philly? I got to meet Philly in person.
I saw that, man. That's awesome.
Man.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. I got to meet a bunch of people in person, and it was super awesome, man. Dude, it made my day. Because, we sit here and we talk in like a Zoom atmosphere. And in our show, it's a little different because we're a little more interactive. But like when me and Jake are in, it's like, the interaction isn't as much there, but like, and you kind of forget like how many people are going to listen or whatever. But like, people, Iowa, Tennessee coming up, giving you hugs, talking to you. It was just sick, dude. It was awesome. It made my day. And what was a really bad weather day.
Not as bad as they predicted at first, though. At least there wasn't 60-mile-per-hour winds.
No. And actually, in the second half, it lightened up quite a bit. And you could have passed if you wanted to, I think. I don't think it was prohibitive totally to the pass game in general because the wind wasn't as bad as they expected. But it was not fun to sit in.
From what I heard, when you guys were down on the fields when it was at its worst.
Yeah, so we got down on the field, and it was absolutely just coming down. I don't know if did you see the video I posted from
No,
down there?
no,
I'll
I did
put it
not.
up on Instagram. It was DG throwing to Isaiah Bond right in front of me warming up. It was pretty cool, man. It was a cool experience. Got to meet some higher ups in the Haslam Sports Group, so it was cool. But yeah, the whole weekend was awesome, and played golf with Jake and Peter on Friday, and that was fun. They both are better than me. I finished last. Jake is actually a very good golfer. Very good.
I find that
Didn't
usually
take him.
ex-quarterbacks are.
Yeah, they're both lefties. And I was the only right-handed.
Sneaky.
Both Peter.
Sneaky
Yeah,
southpaws, huh?
yeah, both lefties. I was like, what is going on here? You guys are, yeah. We played Stonewater, up in, I don't know what that's considered, Highland Heights, something like that. Anyways, course it's not super long. It's kind of shorter actually, but it's very challenging. Like you gotta, it's not for you gotta be able to, play with some touch, some nuance, So yeah, but Jake, lefty golfer. I mean, dude, he's throwing darts. Yeah, it was nice, man. They played Windmill Lakes on Friday. I was working, but some of us have to still work a full-time job around here. But yeah, yeah, it was awesome. Anyways, back to the game. Did you see Jake's Dillon Gabriel breakdown?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I mean, you can't argue. Like here, I'm starting to become worried because we're not seeing any progression week to week. It's the scary part is like at times I think he is seeing it and not pulling the trigger, and there's times where he's not even seeing it. And what we thought he was going to be was like this high level processor, and it feels like the training wheels are on, man. That's what it feels like to me, No, Jake's breakdown was completely fair. Like you look at the tape. There are times where his helmet's in the right direction. You know that he's looking in the right where his eyes should be, and it's not happening, But it's also 3 games, so it can't be like, it's over.
Okay.
He can't do it. Like I can't be there with it.
You can make an argument though that his best game was Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not seeing progression, and even if it's minuscule, you want to see it progress in certain ways, and we're really not. But this being said, like at the end of the day, what did I think he was? I think he's going to end up being like your long-term backup. And if your long-term backup can come in, run the offense, not turn it over, that's kind of what you're looking for. That's just not what we need right now. He's going to have to make some throws.
Yeah, I guess Kramer, I mean, I think he's about as fast as I assumed he was. You would like him to be a little more quick for his size, right? Like when he gets out of the pocket, like you'd like to see him scoot a little bit more. It was really bad weather conditions. Take that into, I mean, now the field as opposed to, all right, so I'll push back here a little bit, Heather. He's thrown about 6 passes that should have been intercepted. So, listen.
But he's also had more dropped by his wide receivers than that too.
I know, but let's not pretend that he's played like.
No, I'm not.
Even though he's been very risk averse in his play, he's thrown some balls that have been dropped right in the belly of the defense. And especially in the Steelers week. This week, not so much. But this week also, well, he had the one that basically video game glitched through the defender into Judy's hands somehow.
Yeah, on the TV copy, I thought it was a pick. I had already thrown my head down before Judy ran. So I was like, oh. And then I looked up and Judy,
in the stands. Okay. I was like, oh, pick. And then, like, what? Judy has the ball? Yeah, I mean, this wide receiver core leads the league in drops, and they did him no favors the week prior. But I guess the point of the film breakdown, if you haven't seen it, and if you haven't seen it, you should see it because you got to know what's going on with this team. So get over to Browns Film Breakdown and subscribe. It's totally worth it. But it's a breakdown of basically the plays where Dillon Gabriel just left some
Meat on the
wide
bone.
open answers.
Mhm.
Some of them just throws to the flat. Like just dumping the ball off to your running back could have resulted in 20, 25-yard gains and touchdowns on 2 occasions. But he was unable to get there or let the ball go. Some of them he's looking right at.
Yeah.
And those are unexplainable. There's also 3 or 4 other examples of him not reading the field appropriately for a player of his caliber and getting the ball to where it should go. It seems he's not progressing like you would want him to in this offense. In this game, more than any other game, the answers were there.
Yep. There were
and
several
he did
times.
not find them.
Yeah, Ford could have had a couple touchdowns, man.
Yeah. So that's discouraging somewhat. Only his 3rd game. This leads us to another topic altogether that I think has to be. I don't know if it's. I'll tell you what I think about it. But I mean, I'm sure everybody wants to talk about this. But Stefanski wildly, and I don't know why of all things he would disclose, this would be one of the things that he would disclose. It's like like pick and choose your spots, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't where you want to disclose that you're not giving Shedeur any first-team reps as the backup. None? You're giving him none? Do you find that peculiar?
Not really. I don't find it peculiar. I find it peculiar that he said it. You know, they're giving this kid the full. They're giving him this is Gabriel's shot. They're giving it to him. He's getting all the work in the first team. They're
he's one hit away from being off the field, though. Would you
100%.
like your backup to have taken some first-team reps? Yeah.
Yeah, he's 3 games in. He's a rookie, man. They're trying to get this kid up to speed, and it's not really working as of yet. They're doing everything they can to get that off the ground.
But let's talk about. All right, so let's talk about it though. We know, you guys know in the chat, Patrick Kramer, what's up? What up to everybody else in the chat that's here? A normal starting quarterback with a backup, and on average around the league, it's probably 1 to 3 reps a practice the backup gets.
Yeah.
The rest, putting in the game plan, all that stuff, is going to the starter.
Yeah.
The backup has to get prepared through mental reps, watching, and then he gets live reps as, you can call it like a look period or a scout team, whatever it is, that he's providing the defense. He should get those reps to get his live playing, but it's not going to be in the Browns' offense. It's going to be in the opponent's offense.
Yes.
But,
correct.
So, and as he mentioned, he followed that up. He is getting live periods, of course, reps in. But at least give him the 1 to 2. Like, I guess giving him none, and I know it's Gabriel's time and everything, but, like, as a backup, like, and you want to give him every rep possible, you're telling me you can't give him 1 to 2 to Sanders to, we're kidding ourselves if we don't think he's eventually going to see the field this year.
Yeah, he's going to see the field for sure.
So I don't start giving him some reps.
I don't think that 1 to 2 is making the difference right now this week.
I don't care. I just
don't. I mean, what's that going to do?
Why would you go out and say that? And even
that's
if you're
where I'm
not
at.
doing
I'm with you on that. I'm not surprised they're handling it this way. I'm surprised he divulged that information. That's it. That's what I'm surprised about. I'm not surprised that's how they're handling it. They're giving this is his kid's shot, man. It'll be Sanders' shot eventually.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, listen. Yes.
We can't say what either of them are. We can't say this is what he is.
Yeah.
We saw a little snapshot in the preseason.
Right.
You know.
We know what his issues were in college, but we don't know, like, they've been since day one, since he's been in Berea, working out every day. They've been working with him on getting rid of the bad habits, right? Like, so how is he coming along? Only Stefanski and the people privy to practice know how well Shedeur is coming along, right? There's no question in my mind after watching 3 games. Like, listen, I've not been overwhelmed by Gabriel in any
Yeah.
of the games, and I just don't know how much longer for me it's behooving this team to watch him go out there.
That's fair. I mean, that's fair.
I'm giving him this week, and then we'll reevaluate at the bye.
Yeah, and they should. I think his leash will be longer than that. They're giving him a full opportunity, but it depends on how this week goes. This week's a dumpster fire, and you have 2 weeks to prepare, and they think that they can get a spark by putting Sanders, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes poorly. But I mean, when you asked me last week, I said I think they'll give him 6 games. They seem to be all in on giving this kid a full plate to work with. Now he does remind me of DTR. I can't say that, man. He's
the one. Yeah, the one thing you can say about him is he's poised.
He's keeping it on. He's keeping it on the fairway. We're on the rails. We're not doing anything exceptional by any means, but he's
operationally sound. He's poised, but he also is not. He's so risk averse at this point that he won't throw it to the wide open receiver down the field. Like, there's not that many explosives you have a chance in our offense right now of getting. When they're there, you gotta throw it, son.
Yeah, I mean, that's the gig. You're the trigger man, and you got to be. And it's being calculatedly aggressive is what it is. You need to be calculated with your aggression. But it feels when you have no aggression at all, you become like a toothless offense, and defenses can play you like that. You have to show that it's on the menu, man. You got to show that you can threaten the third level at some point.
Which is what they have right now. Nobody's afraid of them pushing the ball down the field on them.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I thought Malachi Corley, I thought Jamari Thrash played better than Bond against the Dolphins. And I think that you're probably looking at, in my opinion, I wrote this in Things I Think I Know, I think you're probably looking at until what's his nuts is back. What's his name? Tillman. Whenever he decides to return.
Cedric What's His Nuts Tillman.
Print
the shirts.
Yeah, whenever he gets back from he's have a thigh.
I'm done. He'll be back when he's back. I can't even worry about him.
What is the deal with him and injuries?
No, and he was injured in college a lot, man. It was a lot of lower body stuff.
I know, but why do we have to miss like an entire season? Somebody bumps into him and he's done.
I don't know, man. MC, anyways, tell me what's up with your boy. I need to know.
He doesn't what? MC what?
MC, that's MC's boy. If you're a Tennessee Volunteer, MC's your
I like Tillman.
Champion.
Get on the damn field. What are you doing? Until he's out on the field, he's what's his nuts to me.
Yeah. That's the reason I can't worry about what the injury is. I can't worry about it.
I can't even worry about what your name is right now, son. Anyways, it feels like wide receiver by committee opposite of Judy at this point.
Yeah.
Because Corley is jacked and at least is a physical player.
Yeah, and I like the fact that there's a couple things they've schemed specifically for him, like that flood concept to the left where they did a sneak slant out the backside. Like that was for him. You know what I mean? I like that.
Like world's fastest. I do. Hey, where is Brendan, by the way?
What if he catches a touchdown tonight on Thursday Night Football? He won't be active.
Suns tonight? What's that mean?
You said, get on the field, son.
Yeah.
I wish he was Dante Stallworth.
Brad has no heart. Okay. That's fair. All right. Anyways, I'm just saying. I want Tillman to do well. We need him out there because he's a physical presence and he brings something that nobody else on the team has. Yeah, I like that they schemed up that little play for Corley. It was like a delayed, kind of almost like a Texas route
Well,
out of motion.
it was a flood concept where you had
Yeah,
Sampson and Quinshon go to the left, and you saw the defense react accordingly.
yeah,
That's the reason I've
exactly.
been saying get those two dudes on the field at the same time. Defenses have to account for him, and they just slipped
Yeah,
him out the back, and it was and he looks nice running with the football. Like
he
he
does.
plays mean. I like that.
He does, and that's why I like him in the game because he blocks hard, he plays
Mhm.
hard. He's bigger and stronger than both Thrash and um, Bond. Bond, listen, Bond should have had some explosives by now if he had a quarterback. Like
Yes.
he's toasted some people on some good
Yeah.
routes that's just gotten missed. But it's disappointing that he hasn't gotten anything downfield yet.
Yeah, but even the play he does get open downfield, but there's also a lot of him not knowing his job sometimes, not knowing where to
Not
like.
finishing routes
That's what I'm saying, man. So like
on
I'm glad that
film.
there's some accountability there to where other guys are getting those opportunities.
That's at
Like
least
that's what I
shows
was
me that
calling
they're
for,
holding him
man.
accountable. Yeah,
Yeah, get some
I
guys
mean,
on there who are going to at least be where they're supposed to be and do what they're supposed to do. He is physically gifted. He's probably the most physically gifted receiver they have. But let him come along. He's also a rookie, so I'm not saying this is who he is, but like you can't treat him like he's, without reproach because, you know,
Tillman is like a possum. You said it, Heather.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. Hey, watch out. Ball's coming.
The
If you're
awareness of a
playing wide
toddler,
receiver.
you can't do that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
He walks
That
in
was
the end
just
zone if he catches that.
that's just embarrassing for the offense in general when the ball ricochets off your wide receiver 5 feet in front of you, 20 feet in
Mhm.
the air. It's just an embarrassing play in general.
Yes.
So we leave this game. I feeling really good about the defense, as you
Mhm.
should. They dominated takeaways. I think Delpit should be an all-pro so far.
Well, that's kind of my thing is I hope this team wins enough games that the people that deserve accolades actually get them,
Yeah.
Because he's playing out of his mind, man.
He's playing at an elite level. I just hope it gets noticed. He
Mhm.
got special teams player of the week because of that punch
You
out.
punch that out, yeah.
But like on every play, he's in the right place. He's smacking somebody. Dude, he has reached his. I feel like he's reaching his prime right now.
He's
And I
filthy,
think
man.
he's filthy. He's playing the best football of his career, and I think he should be an All-Pro candidate.
Yes.
I tweeted that out, but I don't know if he'll get the attention he deserves.
I think there's four players in the defense that are in there stratosphere with
Right.
Malik. I think Schwarz is there.
Malik is there, yeah, no
Yeah, I think
doubt. I mean,
Schwarz
he
is
is
there,
out
and I
of
think
control.
obviously Miles.
Yeah, agreed. All four.
Yeah.
Um,
But you got to get the wins. Defenses don't get recognition. Miles wouldn't have got the defensive player of the year in 23 if you don't have the wins. That's just the reality of the situation.
they got to play better on the road too, which brings us to this game. We're gonna get
That
into
was
this
my
game.
whole thing when you were like, I'm proud of the defense. Like, yeah, we saw the
They do
curveball. We
that.
finally saw
They
an
do that
off-speed
at
pitch that
home.
got over the
Yeah.
plate. Now, when you see the other thing we've been asking for this defense is to do that same thing on the road.
Yeah, Pro Bowl for sure, but I'm talking all pro. Like he should get an all pro, at least like second team or something. Like he deserves it. All right. Batonio full participant. We've got Campbell nicked up with a quad, but he's limited. Malik Collins is fine. Jack Conklin is limited, not injury rest. It looks like he should play this week, you would think, even though Stefanski said day to day. I would think Conklin would play this week. How about Leviston's grade on 30 snaps last week? Leviston played out of his mind last week. Best game of his career. 15 run, 15 pass. Split time with Cornholio. And Cornholio, who's terrible.
You hit me with a Beavis. I didn't see that coming, Brad.
Yeah, I can't. Cornholio. There's, whatever. Once again, make me remember your name, please. You know, Shmee is a a name of respect.
Yeah,
That's a
it is.
nickname earned for good kicking. Shelby Harris. All right, so weirdly, Raysean Jenkins
Back.
DMP today. Where did that
Yeah.
come from?
Back injury.
Yeah, I don't like that. Limited wrist back. Hopefully he can play because he was so good last week, and I would like them to be able to deploy some of that if they want to. Njoku is limited. He should be back, I would think. Pochich with a DMP today. Illness.
Yeah.
Denzel should play, and Blake Whitebeard should play. On the other side, they're all healthy. Doesn't look like there's any issues here. Right?
Sounds about right. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
My thing with David is how close is he? Because with the bye on the back end, you know what I mean?
DMP, LP, yeah. Knowing David, he'll play.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Whippler.
They've kind of been gearing him up, right? When you look at the jumbo, he's been getting in
there.
on a lot of the jumbo formation, so they're getting him time on the field.
The jumbo drives me insane though, because they load up jumbo and they just run right at people. And this offensive line, I'm sorry, just isn't going to win with push.
No, they don't. That's not what they're doing right now.
And it gets them nothing.
In many ways, this was the interior's most disappointing game for me.
Yeah, this was a game they could have won with push, and they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a bad run defense, and they were unable to run the ball really.
New England, however, is not a bad run defense. They are very good.
They're like the third best EPA.
They are
rush.
third. Their EPA on rushes are right. Well, our EPA on rushes is right there with us. Caught it.
Yeah, man. They are. Their numbers on defense are all over the place. So DVOA, I want to say defense is like 28th, and then like EPA per play third in against the run, and like 11 against the pass or 18 against the pass. They're not as good as the pass. Either way, it's a good defense. You've got McDaniels calling the offense.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Vrabes under control. Now, this is the biggest chess match of the whole thing. First of all, if you don't know the backstory, Vrabes goes back to before Vrabel spent last year with the Browns, he was the head coach of the Titans. And when he was with the head coach of the Titans, way back after Schwarz won the Super Bowl with the Eagles, he got fired like a year or two later because basically the indictment at that point was that his coverages on the back end were not modernized enough.
Exotic enough. Yeah.
He
runs a lot of cover one man. Did you know that about him?
No, does he like to play man-to-man?
Does he like to do that press man stuff?
So he lost his job as the DC, but they won the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and he took a year, and then he went and became an advisor. Yeah, an advisory role or consultant,
a defensive consultant
with the Titans under Vrabel and Shane Bowen. They took Schwarz, got involved right away. They took Schwartz's wide nine and his front stuff and mixed it with Bowen's back end coverages, and they made a really mean combination of a defense that was excellent that year. There's this big article about what they did and created there between Vrabel's concepts, Schwarz, and Bowen. When Schwarz left there and brought here, I think he brought a lot of what Bowen taught him on the back end with him to the Browns. But more so this year, we have seen the curveball stuff, and we're starting to see it more and more. We've seen some, show and single high rolled into Tampa 2 with Schlesinger running down the middle of the field. You know what I mean? Out of a sub package, we've seen a lot of 1 to cover 2 stuff to confuse people. More zone in this game because you got ahead, but he does have some pre to post stuff that can get confusing, and the sim pressure stuff works as well. I think Schwarz is calling good games, I guess, is where I'm at right now. I think he's kind of in a groove. But remember how far he and Vrabel go back to that. Vrabel knows this defense inside and out. He also was here last year for all of the good and the bad and the ugly. He also knows Stefanski inside and out. They're good buds. He was here all of last year trying to work through the madness that was 2024. He started off with a role that wasn't even supposed to be on the sidelines and ended up traveling with the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he stepped into the role. Basically, the rumors are he took over the offensive line room because Puffhead, couldn't do the job, right? So, that's where we're at. He knows what's going on in Cleveland. So, Kevin, who hasn't really gotten exotic or really different this year, in my opinion, hasn't gotten out of his comfort zone really at all, and I would like him to create some things. You don't have a choice this week, Case. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
The guy across the ball from you, knows your offense. He knows how to beat your defense. So both him and Schwarz, you got to come up with a completely singular game plan this week that is just for New England. And not only that, but this is the game. This is the game. You have the opportunity in front of you. If you want to be relevant in 2025, you have to win this game. If you win this game, you go into a bye with the Jets on the other side. You are very easily 4-5 with the North wide open. So that's where I'm at. I mean, this is like on the coaches, shine a big light on them. You got to produce this week, and you got to win this week.
Yeah, if you want to be a team of consequence, if you don't want to be a seller, if you don't want to be folding up the tents and going home early, this is a must win. Vrabel's sharp, man. Vrabel's one of the best game planners in the NFL, and they know this. They had firsthand experience. And there's other stuff. Ashton Grant's the quarterbacks coach. Like there's a lot of cross pollination from different staffs. You know what I mean? And Vrabel did a good job assembling his staff. Period. Like Terrell Williams was with him his entire time in Tennessee, defensive line coach, made him his assistant head coach right before Vrabel left, and that's the DC now. Like there's a tough order, man. But I agree. And anything they do different is going to be a tendency breaker because they haven't done anything different. Everything we've seen has been so vanilla. Now, last week I'm not mad at it. Last week at all, like I know that was a bad weather game plan. We saw the most variance even then with wildcat and stuff. We didn't really think we'd. So, but there has to be some tricks up the sleeve this week, or it could get ugly.
They ran some like fake mesh into a whip route, which is new. So they started some tendency breaking stuff, but it's gonna have to be like
drastic.
All of that this week, right? Like the majority of what you're doing is gonna have to be wrinkle or a little bit different this way or a little bit different that way, because Vrabel has an intimate knowledge. And great point made by Philip in the chat. Most DCs know how to beat this offense. Load up the box, stop the run, make them throw the ball. And let the rookie quarterback, Yeah,
if he can beat us, you'll beat us. If not,
be bad.
Yeah.
Or not bad, but not be good enough to beat you. Yeah. And if you score 20 points, you're in good shape. I mean, that's
what Vegas thinks, right? Vegas has this as a 7-point New England favorite. The over-under, I believe,
thought that 40, was big, man.
40.5 is the over-under, so they're expecting a 20-13 game, a 21-13 game. That's what Vegas is eyeing. If you just look at the over-under.
See, I think the Browns can do better than that. And here's why. So New England, I think, now they're feeling themselves. They've won 4 in a row. And by no, what does Chauncey Billups think? Very funny, Kramer. Their wins are against the Saints, the Titans, the Dolphins, somebody else bad. Jets, maybe? I mean,
They
it's
beat the
like the
Bills.
4 worst wins you can get.
Yeah. Well, they haven't played the Jets yet. They played the Jets twice. They already got
Okay.
5 wins. They only had 4 last year.
Okay, so their 4 of their wins are against
Yeah, they beat the Bills. Other than that,
and then they have their marquee win over the Bills in prime time.
Yep.
Now the Bills turn around and lost to Arizona the next week, or no, Atlanta the next week.
Yeah.
So they're not like really
lighting the
feeling
world
it right
on
now
fire.
either. Yeah. So I mean, what this team is kind of a question mark. You know, like who are they? They're feeling it out. Drake May has looked really good. I don't think he's played a defense like ours yet.
No, and Vrabel admitted as much. You know, from a personnel standpoint and scheme, they haven't faced something like what we have. Although I've been impressed by May. Usually, when you get into the sophomore year, man, like the defensive coordinators get in a whole offseason to dissect your game, figure out what you're good at, what you're bad at, force you to do the stuff you're bad at, and he's answered the bell. I just thought this is a very stingy defense, man. That's where they worry me. They're fifth in points allowed and third against the rush.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you're gonna have to create some stuff through the air, and that's where I'm concerned. Is because
Same.
To this point, Gabriel just hasn't proven to me that he will do it, even when the guy's there. Like this has to be the week where the training wheels come off, and you've got to push the ball down. You're not going to win this game without some explosive plays.
No, 100%, man. Well, and I think like the way he played last week, you can beat bad teams that way.
You can beat the Dolphins that way. You can probably beat the Saints that way.
The Jets,
maybe the Jets.
Yeah,
but you're not beating New England.
No, you're going to have to be opportunistic, be explosive, and that's the disheartening parts. I don't know what the disconnect is because you can see in his where he's facing. There's times his eyes are right, and they're right where they should be, and the play's there. It's got to happen. It's got to be a bang bang thing, and there's a failure to launch in that moment. And is that a coaching point? Like what? How? Like we can't have it. From either end, it can't be a coaching point. It can't be him failing to pull the trigger when guys are wide ass open on the NFL. Doesn't happen that often, and when it does, you have to strike. Absolutely have to strike.
I can't buy that, Kramer. I mean, I know they want to be risk averse, but like even he talks about like not even being risk averse. Stefanski talks about being smart aggressive, right?
Yeah, like, strategically aggressive, man. When those opportunities are there, you have to take them.
He knows Stefanski, a guy who at heart is wants to pass the ball. Like, you know, you're telling me he's telling him not to throw it at me. I mean, he knows
why is the route even in there?
Right. Like, but where he has failed me and where I thought he would be better than Shedeur in other like rookies is anticipatory throws into windows. Like a guy's coming open across the middle on a dig. He's coming into a wide open window. He's not seeing it. He's not throwing it. That's where I thought that he would be.
Yeah. Well, that's what kills me is even when I think he's seeing, he's not throwing. It's one thing to not see it because then we got to do coaching points. And I saw something in the chat, and it's like when you're working off play action, you have to work high to low, man. You have to. You know, if you're working low to high, then that's the coach saying, you know, neither not trusting him or trusting the protection or whatever. But then you can't squander opportunities. And when I look at and don't get me wrong, man, you won 31-6. I can't be mad about the victory. But there was so much meat left on that bone. You know what I mean? Like that, there was so many opportunities to be explosive and at least put explosivity on tape for the sake of defenses having to respect it. Right now, they don't have to. They just don't have to.
They are going to come in with the same game plan everybody else has had. The one that Myles Garrett laid out is what other teams do. They do. But they're not afraid to punt. You know what I mean? Until you do something about it. They're not afraid to punt and play defense until the defense wears down because they're not afraid of what your offense can do. Now, this is the week that it has to change, though. And it gives you an opportunity to do it because you can get, like, we've been begging him to get creative, Kevin. You almost have to this
You
week.
have to if you're going to have success against Vrabel.
You have to.
Yeah, I agree.
For me, this is like, the Browns' chance to become relevant again because of the schedule. So it's a massive game. Internally, they should be fired up as can be, coming off the win, ready to make it. This is a statement win going into your bye. I gotta have it if this season means anything.
Yeah,
gotta have this one.
Yeah, you don't get this, it gets laid awfully early.
Yep, gotta have it, and it could. If you get this one, it could turn around real fast. And at least you're playing relevant football on the other side of the bye.
Yeah, and for nothing else, like, look, man, whatever happens in this game, you have to hold that for 2 weeks. You want to hold an ugly loss, or do you want to hold a uplifting victory that gives you hope and gets the vibes going, man?
We've
had some terrible ass
in
vibes.
the middle of the division. This division, nobody's running away with this thing.
Nope. No, the Steelers are about to run into some serious. They're playing the Packers this week, man.
Yeah, and
that's the other thing too. We beat the Packers. Like the Packers are a better team than New England.
Yeah,
they are.
They are.
Yeah. New England's ahead of schedule.
They are. So this is a prove it, but a lot of like this talk about Stefanski and how bad he's been in the first beginning of this year, and I can't.
Yeah, what am I disputing? What am I disputing?
Every single play, like 3 times, and we're still waiting for like something to excite me. This is like, it's a gotta do it. If you don't do it here, then I'm gonna be. What can you say about him as a coach? If you don't get different here, against a guy who knows your offense, then what can you say about him at that point? That's just stupidity, basically.
Yeah,
like ramming your head into the wall.
They know that Vrabel's ahead of the game in this. So this is the game you pull out all the stops. What do you have in your tool bag right now? We should be seeing it this Sunday.
You got to live with this outcome for 2 weeks, and basically you got to live with this outcome for the rest of the season.
This season, basically. Well, this could determine who you are, man. Are you a team of consequence, or are you just folding for the rest of the year? Are we playing for a draft pick and selling assets?
Exactly.
And who wants to be there? We don't want to be there talking about this.
Nobody wants to be there. No. This is Kramer. Patrick, you said it. Other Kramer, Patrick. Congratulations again. I hope you had fun on your honeymoon. They should pull out this kitchen sink, man. Kitchen sink game, Yeah,
there is no tomorrow.
Treat it that way, because you go into bye week, you get your self-scout, you get 2 weeks, you're going to self-scout, you're going to change some things. So treat this as if it's your Super Bowl, because in reality, it kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can afford to do that because you have the bye. So, yeah, we were just talking about that, about how much he left out in the field, Toolman. And if you haven't seen the breakdown, get over to brownsfilmbreakdown.com and subscribe, because you've got that. You've got, breakdowns on sim pressures that Schwarz is running. You've got a full comprehensive look at every single play broken down by Jake on the offense and the defense, all 22. And it doesn't get any better. So get over there and subscribe. brownsfilmbreakdown.com. It's like a cup of coffee.
Less than if you go to Starbucks.
Boom. Less than. Totally worth it. All right. We know the importance of this game. It's a prove-it week. Nothing else from you on the Sanders reps, huh? Doesn't bother you?
No. No, not right now. It'll be his time, man. He will get his time, and I don't think the 1 or 2 reps he would get would like expedite that. Stay sharp, keep in the playbook, man. He's going to have his opportunity. Period.
I guess
the difference is how soon is it, and then the Sunday determines a lot of that, right?
Yeah, I guess I wish he would have just not said it.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. I can't believe he divulged the information. I'm not surprised they're handling it like that. But you know,
and I kind of wish they would just give him. I mean, just give him like normal. Why?
Because it's a dude making his third start. They're just trying to give him all, and that's their plans for this kid to start right now. That's not going to be their plan in 6 weeks, I don't think. So,
hold on, I gotta post this parlay.
Say like you're disappointed. What you got going, man? What you got cooking tonight?
All
got
right,
a Brendan Rice touchdown.
Brendan Rice touchdown.
You got a Brendan Rice touchdown.
Never in my.
Are you cooking?
Never. You get that's not even possible. Even though in the league, can we get a league check on Brendan Rice?
I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. Anyone who's
I'm already
tapped in with the Chargers, let me know.
What do I win with this bet? I forget.
I don't know. I don't even remember. We'd have to go back so far to figure this out. This was 2 years ago. The offseason before last. Brendan. With not even me. I didn't even make the bet. I was just present when it happened.
That's the bet. All right.
So yeah, Keatley regrets that.
Dude, you guys both thought I was insane for saying that.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he'd get a catch. You said it's a catch.
I said he is so bad. I saw him in his running like he has a stick up his ass, running straight up in the air.
Okay.
And just because his last name's Rice and he's 6'4" doesn't make him a good receiver.
No.
And I said this guy will not catch a pass in 2 football seasons in the NFL.
Yeah. But can I counter you? Can I counter you?
Has he caught a pass?
No, but can I counter you?
Okay.
Ronnie Hickman looked terrible at that same Senior Bowl, and he's been balling out.
Don't care.
But I'm just saying, just because you saw a snapshot of what someone was, like that's who they are forever.
Not a snapshot. Come on, I do my work. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. There, what are you talking about? At the Senior Bowl, you saw him run, and you were like, "I'm out," and I get it.
There it is. Proofs in the put. There it is. Thank you. Not even on a roster.
He's gonna catch a pass for us, and you're gonna be in hell. Week 18 from Bailey Zappi.
He's going to end up on the Browns, and I really am going to be in hell.
Yeah, what if he goes to the Raiders, though, and Kenny Pickett throws him that pass? What happens then?
The world ends. The chances of that happening are 0. All right, let me post this, and then I'll give it out to you guys in case anybody wants to follow my degenerate self on this. Thursday night parlay brought to you by FanDuel.
I will not answer to the name spam, Kramer. That will not happen.
Proud sponsor of Browns Film Breakdown. Justin Jefferson. So there's a 30% boost over at FanDuel if you want to play this. Justin Jefferson over 81.5 receiving yards. Jordan Addison over 54.5 receiving yards. Jordan Mason anytime touchdown. Ladd McConkey over 56.5 receiving yards. TJ Hawkinson over 3.5 receptions. Oronde Gadsden 30+ receiving yards. Kamani Vidal 40+ rushing yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 legger. $15 pays out over $1,000 if you're feeling lucky.
Ooh.
If you're feeling lucky. You got 3.5 receptions on Hawkinson. Then that seems light to me. That seems like a easy one. There was nothing on there that deterred me. I like that card. You can, if you're not feeling like crazy like me and you want to play that, you can water it down. Yeah, I know the halves sound funny if you're not a 3.5 receptions. The only guy I know that knows anything about half receptions is Jerry Jeudy. But he's on fire. So Mike Hall this week, we got a full participation.
2 days in a row. Look at that.
2 days in a row. Is he playing this week?
Oh, I'm done. I am done forecasting what's going on there, man.
Come
I'm done forecasting it, brother. It's weird. It's weird. It's been weird. It's going to stay weird. I hope he plays. I'll be there when he shows up. I'll be watching. Do you think he's playing? Do you have a gut feeling that this is the week?
Yeah, I think he's playing.
Week 7.
I think he's playing this
Fucking
week.
ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous.
Half catch, give him credit. He touched it. Half credit. I mean, half catch is when Jeudy goes no hands, the arm, and he tries to scoop it with his body. Even that one he caught, that video game glitch through the other guy, he caught with his body.
Yeah, of course he did.
Catch the ball with your hands, man.
What do you think Chad O'Shea's teaching that? You think Chad O'Shea's? You think O'Shea's teaching that?
Jugs machine? Anybody?
His stomach's just bruised up. Just standing in front of it like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Why don't you go out in front of this jugs machine and try to catch the ball off your pads? Good idea. The ball bounces off your pads. Like it bounces.
Yeah.
That's why you don't let the ball get to your body.
Yep.
That's why
You're
you
preaching
watch
to the choir, man. I've been saying this.
Good receivers around the league. Like watch Justin Jefferson tonight.
Show me another team's number one who catches with their body.
Watch all the receivers in tonight's game. Keenan Allen, Jefferson,
Jordan Addison.
Guys. They will come
McConkey,
off the screen and
Quentin Johnson maybe. Quentin Johnston might be the one who does too.
He's a little bit of.
That's the reason those drops are there, man. There's a variance there. You can't let the ball get in your body.
They will snatch the ball out of the air.
Pluck it.
They will just come out of the screen and snatch the ball out of the air. We don't have anybody that does that. And until we do, it's an issue. So let's talk about this real quickly because I know we're up against it a little bit. Where did all this talk about Garrett Wilson come from this week?
I don't know, but it was pretty strong. Came on pretty strong.
Strong smoke. Jared Mueller put out some stuff about. Listen, this is my diagnosis, and I put this in the chat if you've already heard it. The Jets are a disaster. The owner already threw the quarterback under the bus. What is he doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Woody. So it's gone way off the rails there.
Yeah.
So they're sellers. They're probably thinking about selling Garrett Wilson because they can maybe ask for a first in return. You think?
They could ask. Has
he been extended?
Yes.
He's on a rookie. So
yes. He's been extended. Okay. Yeah, but from what I have heard, it's actually kind of team friendly.
It's reason they paid out most of it already.
Yeah, it's team friendly. I don't know the exact details, but I find it hard to believe that we're that team right now that would pull that trigger at this point. Now, a win Sunday might change that dynamic, man. They might be interested, but the Browns aren't giving up a first. So there's that part.
No, they're not.
But we gave up a second for your boy Elijah.
And Jeudy. I would.
I don't know. I don't think they're trying to take on another contract, though. I don't know why they would do that at that point.
Judy's very friendly, too.
Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see Jeudy being the piece that goes back if that is what happens. So I'd say the Browns are more likely to do a second this year and a third next year type thing if they were to be in that sweepstakes.
Njoku? What? But they wouldn't want. He's in a contract year. They wouldn't want him.
Yeah, no.
Because then you have to turn around and pay him.
The one thing I'm seeing is everybody's like, well, they should trade Njoku. Fannon's the future. Fannin plays a different position than Njoku.
It's not the same. Yeah,
Don't get confused by the tight end. It's like saying safeties do the exact same thing. They don't.
I wrote about it this week that
Good.
the Browns, despite how out of shape Njoku is, they need him out on the field. Because without him out there, and I love Whitebeard, but he does not threaten defenses in a way that gives Fannin the free reign that he gets when Njoku's out. When Njoku's out there, Fannin, it becomes a very dangerous target because Njoku's out there, and he demands the attention. Whitebeard does not demand that defensive attention or block the same way in the run game that Njoku does, and
or run with the ball the same way.
Or neither does Fannin can't block. I mean, he's
that's not Fannin's deal. He's willing. He's willing.
He's trying to learn to block, but he can't block the same way Njoku can in the run.
He's also 238 pounds.
They need him. I mean, he's basically a tackle playing tight end at this point. But either way, they still need him out there because he's still a freak athlete. I mean, even at whatever he weighs right now, which is
jumping over dudes.
By the way, he still leaped over somebody.
Yeah. He did. That happened.
How do you handle his extension?
I don't know that you do. You let this kind of play out. Let this play out. See what happens.
I mean, end of the year, are you going to give him a number and say, hey, if you can't go get this, come back?
I don't know how this plays out, man. As of right now, no.
You're not even giving him a number?
Right today? No.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Yes, I am not giving him a number today.
Really? You're not
letting it play out, man. I'm letting it play out. He may hit the market. That's the reality of the situation.
I think he's going to hit the market regardless.
That's possible. 100% possible.
I think that he's going to find out what he's worth. And I think you have a conversation with him and say, if you really want to finish your career here, if you want to do this, then you need to lose about 25 lbs.
Well, that's the number I'm giving him. I'm sliding the number. It's going to say like 252. And it's going to be like, you got to weigh that or under.
Yeah. But here's your play weight. And then we'll get you to a contract that extends you and pays you just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that weight, he's a weapon. And he's still in great shape. I mean, he's not like injury riddled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he lost the weight, he would still be.
Yeah, the injury's from a hit or middle of the field.
Too slow. He just moves so slowly on the field now.
Yeah, I watched the 78-yard touchdown he had against the Chargers.
Yeah.
In 21, I watched it. It didn't look. I was like, that's the same guy. That's crazy to me.
This is a different dude now, man.
And I love Chief, but like as of right now today, I'm not worried about his future in Cleveland. I'm worried about now.
Yeah, but you're right though about them playing a different position, Fannin.
And people are just like, oh, they're going to move on because Fannin is the future. Like, I don't know if Fannin ever becomes what Njoku was as far as the physical presence. I just don't. But he'll be a different type of player who advances the offense. This offense can be advanced. He's a hell of a skill player, man.
So to finish my thought on Garrett Wilson, he's intriguing because he's young, and you can add him to your core. Like keep seeing people throwing out the idea of like Tyler Lockett. They're not going to bring in anybody that blocks their young receivers from playing. They want their young receivers to play, even if they're terrible. They still want them to play, I think.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Garrett for me is he creates separation.
He does.
He creates we so desperately could use that right now.
And I would
because we throw him the ball, but he creates separation.
I would love to get him. Carnell Tate is very interesting too.
Both. Do both.
Do both. Yeah. You need to do both to make yourself relevant in the passing game, or something like that. That-esque. That kind of deal-esque. You need two studs. I wanted to throw this out there. So on PFF, my thoughts on. I think it's just speculation that, hey, the Jets are shopping him the Browns are so bad at receiver. This is a team-friendly deal. Bear, you might try to, fleece,
Yeah.
the Jets.
And I would say this, like, say what you want about Barry. He's when it comes to trade,
trading for receivers.
When it comes to trades, he's the guy. I get why people would try to connect those dots.
Yeah, especially at receiver.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this came out today. What is advanced coverage grade? PFF advanced coverage grade grading in school. Grading system 0 through expected or average results. The variables considered. Situation include play position, player, assignment within coverage, overall coverage scheme, safety rotation, press coverage, route depth, and play action. So you're accounting for like every aspect of your coverage here. You want to know who graded the highest on the Browns at corner?
Miles Harden.
Yep. 26th in the NFL. Miles Harden.
He's coming along, man. He's coming along, dude.
Plays with an edge too. I like him. Good on special teams. There's one more Brown on here on this on a corner. Tyson Campbell at 39. No Denzel. Odd. Safety coverage. Hold on. Linebacker coverage. Devin Bush, 7th in the NFL. Devin Bush is playing out of his mind. Man. Yeah.
He's had a glow up.
At safety, you've got Ronnie Hickman at 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Grant Delpit at 10. That tells your story right there.
Yeah, it sounds like that sounds good. Feels like that's a good thing to have.
Yeah. So I thought those were interesting, but Miles Harden, man, the position we were worried about most.
Yeah.
My guy has stepped up.
Yeah, I just don't know how they didn't come to that conclusion earlier than they did.
Right.
It took a minute, but then they finally came around.
I feel like he had to grow into it a little.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's getting confidence with every week. Like he's getting a little better every week. But when it comes down to just straight covering, he's good. He can hang. He's quick. He's got smooth hips. Gets in and out of his breaks well.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing that's a difficult position, man.
Oh yeah, in this league, man.
7th and 6th rounders are made for that, to play slot corner.
Yeah.
You got to do the dirty work.
And you got to guard the whole field.
Run.
You're not on one side. Like the receivers have the advantage in that.
You got to get banged around in the run game, so you got to have kind of a nose for it, which he does.
Mm-hmm.
Played special teams, made a great special teams play in the Dolphins game. So I'm a fan. If Campbell inspires the rest of the defensive backs to be more aggressive with takeaways rather than PBUs, then that is a massive net.
Massive. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully the turnovers have started to come a little bit in the past few weeks, right? They're due some turnover luck, so let's keep that going into this one. They need it. They need it big time.
Yeah, that's what I'm willing into existence. The turnovers come in bunches, and then they had 4 in the last game. I think they keep those coming, and I think that's what gives them the shot this weekend. They're going to need it.
What's your realistic timeline for Dillon before we get out of here?
6 games.
6? You want to watch him for 3 more games?
Brother, they drafted him in the 3rd round, and they're giving him a shot. This isn't what I want. You didn't ask what I wanted. You said, what's his timeline?
What do you want?
I think they're going to give him 6.
What do you want?
I want him to play well, and that's not to be a conversation. That's what I want. But if it's a train wreck on Sunday, and you get 2 weeks before your next game, unless they're just cool with it, which that would piss me off, then we should see a change. If he's bad and he's the reason you lose, you got to do something.
If he leaves what he left on the field last week, this week, I'm making a change at the bye.
Yeah, I couldn't be mad at that. I couldn't be mad at that. I don't think
they will do that.
Neither do I.
Because they're who they are. Who they are.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't believe that either. That's the reason I'm saying that they're going to give him all the opportunities.
But they should.
I want to win games first and foremost. I want to win games, man. And if
Right,
you're not trying to win games, then I don't know what we're doing here, having these conversations every week.
If he won't throw the ball down the field, we're not going to win any games.
Unless the defense Supermans it and gives you short fields and has 4 turnovers. And
Okay.
yes.
If that's the case, then fine.
And that's what happened last week, but that's what it took.
You're in, then you don't need to throw down the field. Just keep calling handoffs and little checkdowns and whatever. That's fine. We'll live in that world if we can do that. I don't think you can live in that world.
That's not sustainable. Not in this NFL. Not sustainable.
It worked for 1 week.
Yes, sir.
Against Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It worked that
and
way.
It might work 2 or 3 times the rest of the year. That's not what we're here for. That can't be what you're here for.
Kramer, I know people keep saying this. I don't think they're trying to win games. I disagree wholeheartedly. I think that Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski are trying to win games. I think they have to win some games right now.
I'm telling you, go back to that Green Bay game and look at them embracing the tunnel.
Look at them, how excited they are in the huddle. Those are not 2 guys that are looking to try to set themselves up for a draft pick. They need to win games. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It will get ugly. This season will get ugly and hard to live through, enough so that their jobs will be...
You embarrass Jimmy enough, and I don't give a shit what guarantees anything. Like that'll come due.
Last week showed me that he hasn't lost the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't show me anything on the offensive side schematically that I'm waiting to see. So it answered a very baseline question for me because they are playing still competitive football. They're still playing for him. The defense played their ass off. The offense tried,
Yeah. It's got to be a few things. They did some things I was asking for finally. It didn't result in any explosivity, but get your best players on the field, put your players in the best position you can. Now it's up to those players to execute. If said players don't execute, then it doesn't matter.
Whatever you've been working on for 7 weeks.
I better see it.
To get to, you got to see it now, or else you're out of time as far as being relevant in 2025.
Yes, sir. Well said.
All right. That's it. Case Knows Ball on X and Twitter. Follow him. He's the man, the legend, the myth. Any shows you want to shout out real quick you're watching? You watch anything?
No, man. I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee over the weekend. Didn't spend any time watching TV.
Okay.
I did see a bear, so that happened for me.
A bear, not the bear.
Nope, I didn't see it. I haven't watched the bear, but I did see a bear up close.
It's fantastic.
My daughter named him Fred.
Fred the bear.
Yep.
The Bear, the TV show, is excellent. Yeah. And anything else you want to hit on?
No, man.
Peacemaker over?
Yes, sir. Peacemaker's over. No, I just want to see more turnovers. Let's get a win, man. I want to feel good for 2 weeks, Brad. I want to have good conversations. I want to feel positive about where this thing's going, man. This team needs to show me something this week in New England.
I found a new show too. It's called The Calling. It's a David E. Kelly joint. If you know who David E. Kelly is, he's made a lot of really good television shows.
No, not from the name.
Yeah. So, it's called The Calling. He does a lot of cop stuff. It's on Peacock.
Okay.
Outstanding. Black Rabbit. Already saw it. Amazing. All right. Got to get it this week, guys. This is it. This is the Browns Super Bowl, basically, of this season. And you're facing a guy who knows you like the back of his hand. So you got to get creative. Coaching, chess match, shining lights on Schwarz and Stefanski. They are, in my opinion, coaching kind of a little bit for their jobs this week in a big, major way. Like, you got to show us that you can keep this team competitive. Got to get this win. Got to be there. If not, it's rough the rest of the way, unfortunately. So I'm all in this week. I mean, they got to get it.
Yeah. Yeah, the other option is the best you could do. If you lose this game, the best you could do is honestly just be a good bad team where you just beat up on the bad teams and that's it. But that's not competitive, man.
Yeah.
You got to win these. You got to win these games that are winnable.
You get this one though. It's a fun 2 weeks thinking about playing the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the Steelers lose maybe a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Things get real quick. All right. So keep that in mind. Appreciate you guys all for swinging by. Tell a friend to go to brownsfilmbreakdown.com and subscribe and watch All Eyes on Cleveland. Thank you guys. For Casey Kinnamon, I'm Brad Ward. Hit like and subscribe on your way out. Make sure the button still works. Go Browns, baby. Got to get this one. We're out of here.